friends, Chris Kelly here. That time of the week, it's time to look at what's going on in Portland Metro in the wide world of real estate. So without further ado, let's jump right to the stats. Let me minimize me. There we go. Listing inventory is coming up. That's nice. It actually is quite nice. It's good to see this number get where it is. Be nice to see this number up about 1,000, but we haven't really seen that since back in 2019. Pending sales are up. They're down a little week over week, but they're still in general terms, they've been up over the last, say, month. And closed are up a bit. So just more happening, not dramatically, but more happening, which is nice. Again, I always come down here and look at the pace of the market. That's a big deal. So less overall sales, but of the things that are selling, the pace of the market has remained pretty decently robust. I went back a month and a half and just looked at these two numbers, and they've been largely this, that 10, 11, 12-day median, and somewhere between 75 and 85 here. Again, a bigger spread between median and average than, say, last year or the year prior. And that matters for all the reasons I've talked about. It just means when you're wrong, price-wise, you're likely to stay wrong longer. But of the things that are priced right and present well, they're selling at a decent clip. So that's nice. Pricing, I've talked a little bit about pricing being, in some instances it's come up a little bit, in a few instances down, but on average throughout Portland Metro. So I look at, again, average and median. But if you look at the median and average sales price this week versus this time last year and even the year before, it's largely the same. So pricing all in all, on average, has been fairly flat for the last 2 years. Why? Well, interest rates. Of course, that's the answer. And again, what's going to happen when interest rates hit a threshold? And in my opinion, that threshold is when they get into the fives. Well, pricing's going to start going up immediately and at a good clip. That really is the argument, to be honest with you. That really is the argument for taking action when rates are in the high sixes. It doesn't sound better from a cash flow or payment standpoint. It isn't better. But it will quickly become better when prices go up. Because again, you can't change what you paid for something, but you can absolutely change the cost of borrowing money. So, just food for thought, and on that note, I saw this slick little graphic, and I'm going to put it in. I'll minimize me again, but I'll put it in my post. It's an agent friend of mine, super nice gal down in Arizona, really sharp. But she had posted this on something else. I thought, it's kind of cool. All of this is true. Explore your options, save money, make sure your credit's good. This one, though, take your agent's advice. My gosh. Yes, please do. If you're working, and really I just kind of wanted to speak to the value of working with a solid pro, a good professional, somebody that cares about what they do and cares about who they serve. There's a lot of us out here in the world, in the market, that really do care and are really competent. There's a lot that aren't, admittedly, but it really matters. And I got to tell you, it matters more than ever. At least it feels like it to me, because I've gone through some hellaciously difficult transactions of late. And it just, a lot of them at the same time. And it's, it's pretty typical for me to have one or two going that are difficult at any given time. Just always the case. But we've had like half a dozen at the same time, and that's been really hard. You get through it, and you put away your emotion and you put away your frustration as best as you can, and you try to make sure that your clients are here and you want to get them to here, and just keep your eye on the ball. I'm going to tell you, it matters, particularly when the transaction gets bumpy or difficult, to have a good pro. It really matters. Last week, I talked a little bit about, this whole process of, of fees and how it works, and the whole lawsuit business with the National Association. I got to tell you, one of the things that's going to come out of all of that is there will be people who are not informed, who think that going out and doing it themselves is either the only way they can do it or how they're going to save money. Neither are true. It is not the only way you have to do it or can do it. And it will not save you money. I can say that with certainty. So I'm just saying, as a self-serving, sure, we'd love to help you. That's great. I love helping people, and I'll help anybody and everybody that wants to come and ask questions, and that I can be of help to. But if you have just be it me or whoever it is, get a good pro helping you with this process, and a good team of pros. When I do a transaction on the buy side, we like to connect with a lender that we know, that we trust, that I can get a hold of, that will return my calls, that will give me honest information, not just put their head in the sand until it's time to deliver good news, that kind of thing. And the same goes for a realtor. We need to be able to deliver bad news when it's appropriate, or difficult news. We need to be able to tell you the way it is when it's appropriate to tell you the way it is. And then, of course, we need to be there to give you a pat on the back and a high five when the good news and the good parts of things happen. So it's a big deal. It's just something that was in my heart and on my mind, and I thought worth talking about today. So with that, remember those who have served, remember those who have died in service of our country. As we go into Memorial Day weekend, I'm going to go camp with my family, enjoy time with them, and enjoy time outdoors. I hope you and yours have a fantastic weekend. And as I always say, until the next time,